I noticed there's a lot of talk about relationships between men and women lately. I've also noticed that um, there's a lot of coaches coming up on Facebook talking about relationships, women coaches, uh, just just in particular women talking about men and the issues that they're encountering with men. And there's also men talking about the issues that they're encountering with women, especially through dating and their intimate relationships. And with all this going on, I just kind of pondered of what I want to share with you is that I would say that's important to develop relationship with yourself first and foremost and primarily. I'm not saying that you're not to have relationships because ultimately we have a relationship with all of life, and we can't escape that, and we are like always learning and unlearning how to be in relation with all of relations with life. Like life is, I don't know if you guys see it or can sense or perceive it, but we're we have this intimate connection with life. Life is interconnected. And there's this underlying reality where everything is unified in a very intimate way. Like, I don't know what to call it really, but it's very, it's so intimate, and there's so much connection there that happens, and it doesn't happen. So, but anyway, um, let's get back on the topic of relationships. Relationships can be very complicated. And if you ever desire to be in an intimate relationship and not, and I'm not even knowing your gender orientation or whatever, like for myself, I'm a heterosexual, of course, and I've always been in relationships with women. And I've had a few relationships in the past. They've been very difficult. And I've learned a lot from my past relationships because I've made the decision to consciously learn and grow from them. Sometimes the hard way, and sometimes it was easy, but the relationships were very difficult in the past for me with women. And I've broke a lot of boundaries. I've learned the hard way. And but there's a few things I want to share with you. And maybe you guys don't know, but I am in a long-term relationship with a wonderful woman right now. It's been already 13 years. And I've learned a lot, like grown a lot from this relationship. And I would say that listening and communication is on top of the list. Like deep listening with your whole body and your heart, not just your ears, but deep listening, listening to the other person speaking to you, allowing her to share her feelings with you so the other person feels like they're being heard. And knowing when to speak is also very important. It's almost like a trial and error. You learn from just interacting and having conversations and communication, but it takes time to 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 be successful in a long-term relationship. But it takes effort and it's a lot of work. But if you're really willing to do a lot of personal growth and grow on all levels, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually, then I would recommend, yeah, get yourself into an intimate relationship. So, I mean, I know dating's very difficult these days from what I've heard. There's a lot of issues going on, but you really, really have to put out the intention what you really desire. You have to really get to know yourself first before you have to get to know yourself to some degree and depth before you get into a more long-term intimate relationship where both of you can grow together and be open to change, open to listening to each other, and to, you need to know when to step out of the way and let the other person lead. And sometimes I think it's an intuitive kind of connection that you develop when you're with someone. But they have to be also open to grow and to follow their heart and intuition too. It's not a one-way street. It's got to be a two-way street. But it's amazing. It's the most amazing thing to be in an intimate relationship with another person who's also open to grow and to love each other very dearly from the heart and have that mutual respect. And like, I'm not a relationship coach or I'm not an expert on relationships, but I can only speak from my own personal experience. I know in my previous videos I've been talking about being fully present with life, getting to know yourself on the fundamental level of your being. That actually really is so important to have that foundation before you go into a relationship, to really get to know yourself on a very deeper level. Get to know your desires, your dreams, your wishes, what you like, what you don't like. Because if you don't have a partner or a boyfriend or girlfriend in your life right now, you really need to be aware and present with yourself and know exactly what is it that you are drawing into your life before you do it. If you're bent on manifesting a partner, get to know yourself first. That's really important, right? Because you might draw somebody that might really challenge you in a very heartbreaking way if you're not prepared to go full force into relationship. But going blindly is not the best way to do it. I think the best way to do it is to do some preparation. And I also recommend journaling, jotting down your thoughts and emotions and what you're experiencing inside, getting to know yourself that way. Because that will lead to a greater openness to make yourself more available to be in an intimate relationship and to have even better friendships, more harmonious friendships. Good friends are hard to come by, but as you're open your heart and your mind to life, the universe will definitely bring you some wonderful people into your life. There'll be more community, more support, and that's what I find in my own personal life. And I still feel like I'm in a beginning stage of really coming out of my shell. I would say I feel like I'm being rebirthed into a deeper level of relating with life. And the people in my life are starting to mirror back that deeper integration of compassion and support and friendship and mutual interest. Definitely. So that's all I wanted to share at this time. I hope this video helped. If you're interested in my video, please press like on my video and press subscribe if you're interested in hearing more videos about different topics that I'm sharing just from the top of my heart. I'm really open to just being spontaneous and just sharing with you and talking with you and learning from you. And please comment if you have anything to share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel below. I do want to hear from you. Please comment below, share your experience with being in a relationship. And if you resonate with this, then I'm really happy. If you don't resonate with this, let me know. And I can learn from you too. I'm always open to learning more and unlearning. Okay, thank you. Namaste, and have a great day. Bye.